Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yoshiyuki Garashi. I'm from Tokyo International University. And on behalf of a lot of teachers, staff members, and other important persons, I would like to say thank you for you. I think that you did a great job. And I would like to make some comments on your presentation. Anyway, again, as I said, you have done a great job. I think this year's World Youth Meeting is again, very much successful. Right. But not only that, as some teachers said, or commentators said, your presentation levels have been going up greatly every year. So that means that I don't have anything to say. Well, anyway, congratulations on your work. Once again, let's clap your hands. All right, I would like to give you some more effective tips for you for next year. You will be much more better presenters. Well, first of all, the most important thing that you need to think about is not you yourself, but your listeners, your viewers, in general, your audience. So everything must be considered from the audience point of view. For example, your message. Maybe you want to say something, you have your opinion, but if your opinion is not understood by your listeners, that's nothing, right? So, important thing is always think of your listeners. Okay, so for example, when you are giving a communication, speech communication in particular, there are two aspects. Every communication has two aspects. One is, of course, your content. But the other is, of course, how you deliver your content to your audience. And for both of them, you need to think about your audience. So, for example, the content. Your core message should be clear, easy to understand and remember, and also concrete. Right? Then people remember your message longer. So, first thing, of course, a lot of people did that, but if you think that your message was not so strong or not so concrete or very long sentence, then think about make it simpler. Simpler doesn't mean that the content or the message is not important. Simpleness or simplicity and the level or meaning of the content or the message are a different thing. So, think about making your message simpler and easier to follow and understand and remember, and also concrete. And also, about the content, the logic. Some team talked about cultural differences. That's great. So, basically, we are in the international conference, so there are a lot of people from different backgrounds. So that means that something we take for granted may not be correct or true for those people. So we might have some hidden belief or hidden assumption that we don't pay attention to. So make everything clear and explain everything to your audience, if necessary. That's another content matter. So, easier and concrete and maybe simpler expressions for your content, core message, and also explain everything that your audience must need to understand your message. Now, the delivery part, that is how you speak. Actually, you did a great job, many of you, and probably the topmost thing is clearness of your speech. How clearly you speak. And some students, their clearness is not so good. So if those people, if you think that way, please practice more. Gary Sensei yesterday said, practice, practice, and practice. Practice speaking. So clearness. And then, after clearness, the speed of your speech will come. If you're so fluent in English, if you can speak smoothly in English, if you speak too fast, most of the people here can't understand you. So, fluent speaker doesn't mean effective speaker. Right? So, clearness, technically speaking, articulation or enunciation, that's very important. So, clear speech. How to make it clear in English? Well, there are maybe 3 things, at least. You need to work hard on practicing stress, that is accent, sentence accent, strong, weak rhythm of a sentence. And consonants, that is, sounds other than I, U, E, O, those sounds tend to be very strong in English, compared to, for example, Japanese or maybe languages in other Eastern Asian countries. So, make your consonants stronger. Like, not make your consonant stronger. Make your consonant stronger. Right? And lastly, when stress or accent comes, elongate the vowel, that is I, U, E, O. Please make it longer. So, not communication, but communication. Communication, very short. No impression. Let's have good communication. Okay, so those are maybe some of the tips for you to make your speech clear. Right? And anyway, as Gary Sensei said, once again, practice, practice, practice. And on stage, natural, smooth speech is not enough. Make it more unnatural. That is, exaggerate. Okay, so if you speak in a natural way, hello, how are you? On stage, instead of that, hello, how are you? And make it sound natural. Practice, and unnatural comes to be natural. That's another important thing, I think. And this is a small tip about your body language. Some people, unfortunately, when they point the slide, some part on the slide, they did this. This is not a good example. Why? Because your hand crossed your body. Instead of that, as other people did, do this. Very small tip, but if you, for example, how do I look? Right? It's very strange, odd, and not so effective. So face your, point your body to your, face your body to your audience and point. That might be more effective. So anyway, those are small tips and some big tips for you to improve your communication next year. And finally, I would like to say that also Gary Sensei said yesterday that energy is important. And I would like to add some more words to that for the final, as the final comment. Inside your mind, you should have enthusiasm, as some commentators said, enthusiasm plus not only enthusiasm, your excitement, but you should have conviction. Conviction is a strong belief in your message. Okay? And with that conviction and confidence, enthusiasm, express that message confidently and energetically. And sometimes change gears. Always strong is not so effective. So strong, sometimes quieter. And make changes. That might be more effective presentation. So I'm looking forward to your next year's or ASIP's presentation very much. Thank you very much.